Of course, I can't go on a trip. I can't go out of town without somebody trying to die, okay? Luckily, all's fine now, but last night, literally 15, 20 minutes before Denver was supposed to show, I get a call from my mom, and she's like, hey, can you tell me about this horse, Opal, because she's colicking. Which, she colicked a few months ago. She was laying down, trying to, like, roll and thrash, biting at her sides. So, like, she wasn't actively sweating at that moment, but you could tell because she had dried sweat all over her, was just acting super uncomfortable, which she had done, again, a few months ago. And so I was like, listen, if you can't hear gut sounds, which my mom said that she was, like, not even letting them go to her stomach, which is not like Opal at all. And so she was like, I'll just take her to the vet. So they went and took Opal to the vet. This is where she was in this picture. She stayed overnight, got some fluids, had some observation, and she's back home now. So I just got off the plane and back home. Let's go check on her. But yeah, Miss Opal, what are we doing, ma'am? All right, let's go check on everybody. So now that Bo is down in the big stall, Gracie was the unproblematic mare that is in the middle. Let's see. Willow, you're not the problematic one today. That was last week. Let's see here. Hi, Miss Opal. Are we feeling better? You were just eating your hay. Unfortunately, some horses, I think, are just so sensitive to temperature changes. So here in Tennessee, it's been like it was in the 20s last week, and then it got back up into the 70s, and then now it's in the 30s. Like, it just is fluctuating so much right now. And it does that, a few times a year. Like, we go through these seasons. And every time that happens, at least one of the horses acts off or colicky or something. And usually it's one of the thoroughbred mares. I'm just saying. Now, ways of preventing that is making sure that your horses are hydrated. So with Opal, because we've had this happen before, and with the ones that usually are a little bit more sensitive, we soak their feed to make like a mash just to get their water intake up that much more. We put salt in their feed to, make them drink more. A lot of the times we'll just go ahead and give electrolytes as well on days that we think, oh my gosh, we're having this huge weather fluctuation. Let's give them electrolytes. But even with all that prevention, things still happen. So I'm so glad Opal is okay. She looks bright-eyed. She looks normal. I'm glad that my mom and, Gerardo were here in the barn that evening, and he was able to say, hey, something's up. And then we were able to act quick, and she went and spent the night at the vet. Probably didn't have to spend the night at the vet, but especially with me being out of town, I just felt like I felt better her being at the vet. But anyway, just wanted to keep y'all in the loop. Miss Opal is looking much better. But yeah, why'd you have to do that while I was out of town, girlfriend?